So what we're doing today is cutting lumber for an outhouse. We're ready to roll and we're on a roll. And unfortunately, it's looking like this is gonna be 2 loads. Just the 2x4s that we have is gonna be over 300 pounds. Get down this center. And in a couple weeks, we'll be back out here and hopefully the water's high enough and we'll be building our outhouse. Well, welcome to the cabin. We are building an outhouse this trip. It's clearly raining right now. Yesterday when we got here, it wasn't raining. We had a good trip in on the river and we hauled all of our lumber from down at the lake up to the building site. It proved to be pretty difficult. It was hard hiking that lumber up the hill. The hardest part for me was carrying those huge sheets of plywood. We were pretty much exhausted yesterday, but we did get more work done. Let's go check it out. So this is the trail to the outhouse. The outhouse location is probably about 50 feet from the cabin, and Arielle went through yesterday with the clippers and our old school weed whacker, and she made us a nice trail because we're gonna be bringing all of our supplies this way. So this is it. This is our new outhouse site. A couple of things we were looking for when we chose this site was an easy place to dig an outhouse hole. So there's no like alder bushes right in here. There's no trees close by. So hopefully when we're digging our hole, we won't run into any roots. This is also an area that's a little bit higher up. It's just grass. We came through here yesterday with the chainsaw and the clippers and we cleared out this nice area for us. The old outhouse was just about 20 feet that way. That was the one that we bought the cabin with. It was completely toast. A tree had fallen on it and we burnt it down last time. So it's no longer there, but this is it. This is gonna be the future home of the outhouse and we're gonna get started.
It's 4 feet or 5 feet?
4 feet wide, the pole platform 6 feet long.
That looks pretty good. Right in this vicinity.
I think we dig the hole right here.
Sure.
There it goes. Oh, that's nice ground too.
Wow, that's super soft dirt. Man, I would kill to have dirt like this at home.
It's
Look at that.
Really nice land out here.
Where do you want this excavated?
Oh, here, let's get this big pile and just get rid of this.
We're gonna go a little wider with this hole too. Hey, this isn't that bad, man.
Well,
I was expecting to hit like way more like roots and stuff right away.
You're about 1/10 of the way there, so.
Well, this is going better than expected. This soil is like, I don't even know. It's just like super dry and light and fluffy. It looks like it has sand in it. This place is so cool. It has the coolest soil compared to where we're at. We have like rocks where we're at, so the holes aren't that easy to dig. I think we're gonna be able to get a really nice hole out here, which is awesome. We knew it was gonna rain, but the rain's not that much fun and neither are the mosquitoes, so I'm pretty excited that this is going a little better than expected. Down crouching tiger style. It's super flat. There's a little high spot right in front of the hole, and there's still a little low spot to the left of this, but honestly, you know what I'm thinking? It doesn't really matter. It's just the wood, right? The wood has to sit flat.
Yeah.
It's rough.
I think we're at like 5 feet. That's gonna be more than good for this place. At our house where we live, this probably wouldn't work because it's a full-time house. This cabin, we only come here maybe 5 or 6 times a year. It's just Arielle and I. I think 5 feet is gonna be more than sufficient. What we're gonna do now is use some of the dirt that we excavated out of that hole. Try to get a little better base for our platform. And then we gotta go build our platform. Best thing I'm doing would probably get that thing built. Bring it over here.
Come level it out.
And get it leveled.
Got some more apple?
Not right now. Okay. We don't have plans for this outhouse, so we're kind of just have an idea in our head, and we're kind of going along with it. This platform we actually built back at the house before we hauled it up here. So almost everything for this little platform is already cut. We just got to put it together. And then same thing for like the roof structure. We got 2x6s for the roof and 1x. So that's what we're going to try to get accomplished today. We're building a 6-foot long little platform for the outhouse. This is pressure treated wood. It's going to have a little 2-foot entrance, or like a deck, which is gonna be right here. I think what we're gonna do, we brought extra pressure treated wood behind me. I'm gonna cut a couple pieces, put maybe 1 or 2 more supports in here, and we're gonna try to figure out where we need our supports, where the actual little squatter is gonna go. So, it's coming along. Center of this real quick. Okay, now we can line them all up and we'll see where we're at, right?
That's on there like 2/3 now, so it's, you're not gonna have, right? You wouldn't have any give, would you?
No.
Not once you nail it down. Do you want to mark the middle? Oh, you already have one marked. Nice job. Could have been right tiny bit, yeah. I was just going off level. I mean, they're not all cut perfectly.
No.
Right?
So that should be perfect.
Where's 24 gonna go?
24 is right here.
Perfect fit in my opinion. It's probably just absorbed some water.
Yeah, where's the hole?
The hole's right here. Perfect.
It's looking good. This is the platform. So we're gonna have the little 2-foot deck. We're gonna have a door, a little 2-foot section where you can kind of walk around or whatever. And the little 2-foot section is gonna have like a little platform and the toilet seat. And it's nice and level, it's sturdy, it's looking good. Next step is we're gonna put together the roof. We pretty much pre-cut everything for the roof, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna start putting it together. It's made out of 2x6s, and it's gonna start getting pretty heavy. So we're gonna put together as much of it as we can over on the deck. That way, when we get over here, we'll still be able to lift it up on top. It's looking good though.
Seriously. Oh
Gosh.
That's just the 1x?
That's the 1x.
I don't know about that. That's gonna be heavy. We may have to
Maybe we won't put
subtract
this on.
one of these 2x6s. Are these all the same measurement?
2 should be
Longer?
Let's get this one down here.
Let me see. That's pretty heavy.
Oh, you think so?
Well, how the heck am I gonna lift that up to you?
Well, you don't have to lift it up to me.
You mean like, could you be up there and we shimmy it up?
Yeah.
That's fine then, for sure. It's a wee bit of a compromised board there. I don't know if you'd rather use the
The big one?
I mean, it doesn't have the rot, so I might as well, right? That's why.
Okay, roof is pretty much done. We're gonna eat lunch.
Well, today is going a little bit better than we planned for. We're getting more accomplished, surprisingly, with the rain too. We're whipping up some fresh croutons for a salad. I've got some of our herb butter and some of our garlic olive oil going in there. I found a grub.
Just what I need after working on a salad.
So you want to move that roof outside and then work on a wall?
I say we move the roof over there
Okay.
and then build the back wall.
What?
There.
What's the Vin Diesel saying? I live my life quarter inch at a time, quarter mile at a time.
You nail
I
your
know.
nails a quarter centimeter at a time.
That's what I was just about to say. I was going to say a millimeter.
So excited to see this part happen. You're not ready, I just...
No, we're ready.
Oh, we are? You know what's a good measurement to check too? I'll show you in a second.
Getting there. Got 2 walls up. So the back of this thing is gonna be 6 feet. These walls are actually just 6 feet across this way, but we're gonna do a 1 foot rise in the front. This is gonna be the door. It's looking good, it's looking beefy. We're using 2" by 4" lumber for this, and then the roof we're using 2" by 6". So this thing is gonna be heavy duty. It's looking good. Get this measurement right here. Let's see what we're at. So this one is 39 3/4. That's exactly what it was down here.
Really?
Yeah, 39 3/4. We need to build a wall 39 3/4. We'll have a back wall. Let's do it. Oh, great. Hit the nail underneath it. Well, the walls are coming up and the mosquitoes are still out, but we're working on the front. This is pretty much the only part of this project where it's getting a little tricky. These walls are 6 feet tall. We want a door that's taller than 6 feet tall so we can actually kind of get in there. So what we're gonna do is we got our measurements for the width here, and we're gonna basically build the frame the same as this, but it's gonna have a top section that's like a riser, and we'll be able to tie these in with this front portion of frame. So I think we're gonna be able to build it over on the deck, and we'll bring it over and see if she fits.
But so this would be, I'm sorry, this would be the actual door frame.
Outside of this, put up to sit right here. Yeah, this would be the actual door frame.
Do you want to look at that one real quick? You can walk through it real quick and think then.
Yeah.
Okay.
As snug as a bug.
Oh my gosh, this is snugger.
This is like our tightest work ever. While Eric's cutting, I am making myself useful by counting tree rings. These little cubes here are like almost 30 years old. Looks good. Cheers.
No, those are nothing.
Okay.
This horse is gonna go. I dropped all the nails you gave me. Can you hand me some more?
Are you thinking to move on to the seat now?
I don't know. Honestly, I just think about going fishing instead.
Well, it is sunny.
I don't know. I'd feel pretty accomplished if we could get a little frame built for the inside.
I'm done.
I mean, all we wanted to do today was build the roof and the bottom, and we built all 4 walls. So
yeah, we're doing a good job.
We're moving along. Oh yeah, 1001, 1002.
You're just gonna sit and admire it, huh? It's so cool. I'm like stoked too.
Looks really good. "8:30 p.m. We're calling it quits on the outhouse for tonight, and the rain stopped. The blue skies are coming out. It's supposed to be nice the next 2 days. It's actually supposed to be hot, like 75 degrees. So we're gonna go out fishing for a little bit, the evening time for some pike. But we noticed one mushroom on the way here, a king boulet, and it has grown like 1.5 inches in like a day. And another one has just popped up behind it. So we're gonna pick these later on for some food. This is the first one.
That's his thing.
That one just popped out of nowhere.
That's what they do.
I looked right here.
I know, I
Looked
did
right
too.
there. It makes me think that there's more.
Oh, there's more.
Can't believe how much bigger that was.
Man, she never wants to go out of this little groove here.
There we go. Not too many weeds. Fire up and see what she does. There.
Our throne is almost complete. We are hoping to put the flooring and the sheathing on the seat area. And then we're also hoping to get the siding done today. So we've got our work cut out for us. And then maybe we can have some fun too.
Using some leftover material, well, not really leftover from us, it was leftover from when this cabin was built, which is in the 80s, and this is cedar 2x4s that I found under one of the beds in there. And we're kind of building a little platform for the floor, and we didn't want to use our full 2-inch 2x4, so these are 1.5 inches. So this is going to give us enough room to put our plywood down on the bottom. And looking at this project, we definitely brought enough wood, which was what we wanted. We didn't want to come out here and not have enough wood. So we're getting there. We're going to get this little last support in. And I think we're gonna switch over to plywood.
Is that the side you want to cut?
Sure. Okay, I gotta switch out my blade on the skill saw. So it was 39 3/4. Now let's just hold this tight. Oh gosh, these mosquitoes are just...
Nice hole. This is the perfect size. What a nice drawing you're making there. You should add some hair to it.
Like that?
It's like a face.
It's like a monkey. Hey, we can actually use this thing now. All right.
It's gonna be hard to get that roof on.
It is gonna be hard to get it on, but I think we can get it on. We're putting the roof on and it's heavy, so we're gonna go from the back and we're gonna try to slide it up there. We'll see what happens. Got it?
Wow, should have worn gloves, but that's okay.
You wanna get some?
No, it'll be okay, I think.
Ready?
Yep, I got it. I got it. Do you need me to lift higher or just hold it? Oh my gosh, this is awesome.
Okay, good. It's gotta go left towards the cabin.
I see that. I see that. Okay, looks good.
We're on to siding. We're getting there pretty quick too. This is the back piece. We just had to do one cut on it. The two side pieces, we'll also have to do one cut. That's gonna be at an angle. And we're using Douglas fir siding panels, I guess you would call them. They're basically plywood, but they got kind of like a finish on one side. We're gonna end up staying in this at the end. And then once we get these three done, we'll have to work on the front, which is gonna be a little more tricky. But let's get this back one up. Something like that.
Perfect. I would do one down here. That's the only way I could bring it over here.
Okay, if you set it down, I can help you.
I like legitimately cannot lift a piece of plywood. Bring it. I'm sure it'll work because I think that our sizes. I was even giving up 2 bars extra. I don't know if that's like. Maybe you can do one down here so it doesn't. Some nails for you. Do you care if I get this for you now?
That's the door. Did a little Z on the front for some style, and let's see if it fits, because if it doesn't, that's gonna suck. Oh, it's heavy now. Yeah, it's gonna look cool.
You think like that? Or 2 by?
Hey, that's fine here. Good?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Well, that's the stop. It's gonna keep the door from coming in too far. And then we're also gonna do a spring on this one. And a spring's nice because it just keeps the door shut. You don't have to shut it behind you. So I'll hook it here, hook it there, you open it, it'll automatically close. Hit our little stop. Let's see where I'm gonna mount this thing.
We gotta get trim up too, right?
Look at that.
Looks really good. Do you like the weight of the door? I really like the weight of the door.
You see how it closes perfectly?
It also opens perfectly. Eric and I have been hemming and hawing out here for a while now. I think we are going to leave the outhouse the way it is. We bought some trim that we made. We were going to put little 1x4s on the corners, but it actually looks amazing, and it lined up like pretty much spot on all the corners, which is way more than we could have asked for. We like the way it looks. It's snug. The mosquitoes are horrible out here. I don't know what it is, but they're just like way worse than I imagined, way worse than they've been before. We are not sure what we're doing for the rest of the day, but we've got some cleanup to do, and there's definitely more to be done, but the sun finally came out.
Well, we're back out here at the outhouse, cleaning things up in there. We got the door open, it's drying off, and we have a big tree that is a beetle-killed spruce that if it falls, there is a chance it'll hit the outhouse. So we're gonna go ahead and take it down in a direction that we want it to go. We already took down a couple in front of the cabin that were also dead. It's always better to take these trees down on your own rather than letting them blow down. That way you can choose where they wanna go. So I gotta get over to that tree through some devil's club, and I'm gonna try to get it to go the direction I want it to go, which is anyway but the outhouse. Well, that went pretty good. Didn't hit the outhouse, so that's good. We're gonna go down our little trail that we cut in the spring. Doesn't really look like much of a trail right now. There's a lot of overgrowth in here, but we cut down some birch trees, and that's really good firewood up here. So we're gonna stack it up, and we're gonna get it covered with some tarps, and then hopefully come winter time, we'll use the snow machines with a little sled to haul it to the cabin, because it's pretty far down here.
These beautiful rounds.
I know, it's good wood.
Don't worry, I won't hit you.
All right.
Okay, let's find some more round ones actually. Maybe I didn't see them.
Okay.
I mean, not many. They'll fit. The marker, the surveying tape.
You got anything to put on top of it?
Have you tried one?
Green cheese and chives.
Oh, we find our way across the way.
Huh?
The outhouse looks great though.
Well, we got something cool to try today. This is a solar shower, and it's vintage. I don't think it's ever been used though. So we're gonna fill this thing up with water. It's got a little nozzle you hang, and you can take a shower, and you're supposed to put it with this side facing up, and you let it sit out in the sun, and it warms up your water. We're going on a few days without a shower. We could just jump in the lake, but the water's pretty cold. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna fill this up, and we're gonna, I think we're just gonna leave it on the boat, on the aluminum deck, out in the sun the rest of the day, and then part of tomorrow, and then we'll take a shower and see how warm it is. Just about. Okay, that's full right there. Yeah, that's how we're gonna do it. We're gonna let it sit until tomorrow. Oh, what's leaking?
Neat color. Brown's so pretty. You can use brown on any project. We're finishing up by doing some painting, and then tomorrow we're going to be doing staining. Exciting stuff. This thing looks awesome. gosh, we woke up to a glorious morning today. It is super sunny. This is what we were hoping for. This is our last day here. And I had been wanting to take Bandit out to go swimming. He loves water and he particularly loves to splash, as I am sure you have noticed. So we throw rocks for him in the water and it just like drives him crazy. I don't know what it is about it, but he likes the excitement, the splashing. And this is one of the only spots I can actually find rocks like this. The shore usually has weeds and it's not very rocky, but there's a natural spring right here, so there's a plethora of rocks.
Here it is. The outhouse at our remote cabin is finally done, and I think it turned out awesome. We went with a stain called Golden Oak, and it completely changed the color of this siding that we did. We preconditioned it with a stain preconditioner, and we barely had enough stain to get this thing done. We had 2 quarts, but this wood is so rough that it just like absorbed all the stain. So we might do another stain next summer. We're not sure. It's looking pretty good though. Let's take a little look around and we can show you how this thing turned out. This is the entrance, obviously. We have our little 2-foot deck, which is the pressure treated 2x4s. Roof overhangs about 6 inches on the sides. It overhangs a little over a foot in the front and a little under a foot in the back over here. And then you got the back side and another side. So you've seen the outside. Let's go check out what the inside looks like. First off, we got the spring, which is working excellent. Automatically closes the door for you, so you don't got to worry about leaving it open and whatnot. And this is the inside. It's pretty tight. It's a 4x4 outhouse. We did a round toilet seat, which I don't know why, but I picked a round one and I think it's kind of small, but we'll see how it works out. We did a little piece of birch for our toilet paper holder. And as far as the ground in here and our little platform, we painted that. We had a gallon of brown paint at home. We also had a gallon of brown deck stain. And I accidentally grabbed the deck stain. So that's what this is. But it's like a solid deck stain. So I think it has like paint in it. And it turned out awesome. So this is called Padre Brown, the color in here. And you got the toilet. That's it. That's how you use it. A lot of hard work went into this outhouse. It started in the winter, getting wood, milling wood, transferring it up here, and building it. Took us a few days, but we're officially done. And what other way do you celebrate an outhouse than making halibut fried rice? So that's what we're gonna do. But first, we're gonna go see if our shower water is ready. It's down there warming up. Well, when we first filled this thing up, I didn't really know about it. It's really not that hot out here. We do have the sun. I didn't know how hot it was gonna get, but we left it down in the boat with the other side up, which has black. And it's pretty crazy how, it's not even warm, it's like almost hot. Let's see how it works out of this little nozzle though. Okay. Oh shoot. Oh my gosh. Feel that.
Oh my God, that's like 90 degrees.
That feels like 100. Water. It feels like a hot tub. Well, that's cool. We're gonna take a hot shower. We'll see you guys at dinner time next to a tree.
slice of a turnip or anything? Pretty good. I like the mixture on it. This is an awesome mix of veggies we have going into this. The sad thing is we forgot eggs. I don't know what we were thinking, but we just are gonna have some eggless fried rice, although the halibut is delicious, the veggies are delicious, and the shower was amazing.
Veggies.
Oh, it smells really good.
Want any halibut in yours?
Perhaps. What's your favorite part of the fish?
Broccoli was pretty good. I like the lime. Well, we're leaving tomorrow, and we wanted to wait and let these mushrooms grow as big as they could before we harvested them. And this was the original one, minus about half of it because Bandit stepped on it. But when we got here, maybe like 3 days ago, it was only about that big. And this thing just started, it was crazy how fast these grew. This one was right behind it, and it pushed up like a branch. So that's a huge one. I got a couple more smaller ones. Well, not small, they're pretty big. And then I got one monster we're gonna harvest. That one's tender. See how that one's starting to get little tiny bit of bug marks?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a little bug right there. See him?
We'll cut them out.
Yeah, you can cut those out. That's still good. That's the beast. This is the last one I found. And this thing looks like a loaf of bread. These are king boulets, or boulets, king boulets. And we're gonna take these home and actually dry these ones out because we've already eaten a huge one and they're a lot to eat. So we're gonna put them on ice, in the ice chest. And when we get home, we'll slice them up and put them on a screen and dry them out, and we can eat them this winter.
Eric's really good at finding these types of things. He's like got a keen eye for it. These are really ripe, beautiful currants. They're really delicious, and they are going to be eaten probably tonight as a snack, and then tomorrow with breakfast before we head out. We like to do a lot of like prep work before we leave, so we've been running around doing various things today. But these are delicious. I think they're ripe. Yeah, those are pretty much in their prime. Really good.
Oh my gosh. This is the most loaded one I've ever. Look how big those are. These are huge. It's like a grapevine. Look at this. They're all back in here.
Well, you better get to it, right? Raspberries are delicious.
This is crazy.
No, those raspberries are really
Yeah.
like the sweetest I've ever had.
Those are so good.
This is crazy. There are so many berries out here. The first one that you just see everywhere is high bush cranberries. There's rose hips, watermelon berries, but besides the watermelon berries and these, they're not actually ripe yet. So, I don't know. Maybe we'll do a fall trip. Maybe not, but these are good.
It's a big one. Holy cow.
I think it's an adult. Okay, he's gonna go back to the forest now. Oh my gosh, I've never seen that happen. Have you?
Oh, there he is. That's a big one. Justin! We're your friends. He's still on there. See him? Did he spit it out? No, he's on there. Oh, he got off, he got off. Look at him. Oh, he messed up the mouse.
He just blends in, but look, he hasn't eaten it. You see him? He's swimming around with it. He's super proud of himself. That's pretty funny. That's not a huge pike by any means, and he's definitely not going to eat that. They're stealth. He's the color of the water.
I think you got him.
Oh my god.
Can you pull him in?
How do I get him out, babe? Was it splashing a lot?
I got it. It's on the rat, so. Decent.
You got it on the rat?
Yeah.
Is he snagged?
That's a nice one. Yeah. That's a nice one.
That's a really nice one.
20-incher, bro. Last morning at the cabin. Strong cup of coffee, and we got oatmeal with those currants that we picked last night, and a mosquito. Pretty good trip out here. We got a lot more accomplished than just the outhouse. We were able to take some of the leftover materials that were small sections, cut a bunch of that into firewood, split kindling for next time we come up here. We also ended up with about 6 extra 2x4s that we got stored under the bed if we need them for a future project. We're gonna eat breakfast and get ready to hit the river.
Dewy down here. Huh?
It's always a little wet in the morning.
Yeah. Just had to take one last look before we head out. She looks awesome. I think we're both thrilled with this and definitely happy to have an outhouse now out here. We hope you enjoyed this video out to our cabin. We've got a long journey home, and we will see you on the next one.